Hello and welcome to the Daily Dose of Safety with Dr. Charlie Cartwright. So today is another really important driving tip, and it's this. I think we really need to expand our gaze when we're driving, whether it's to and from work, that commute, or to and from a job site. You've got to think about it a little bit differently. And I've got here, you see how close the sidewalk is to the road in this image, right? And it's so important to think about because there's traffic on these sidewalks, right? There's pedestrians, right? Just people walking around. There's people on skateboards. There's people on bicycles. There's people on motorized bicycles. There's people on scooters and motorized scooters. And at any time, they can inadvertently come into the roadway and be a hazard. And then there we are right next to them and maybe not having the cushion that we need to be able to avoid them or stop before hitting them. So I think that it's easy for us to focus on the lanes we're in, the lanes that next to us, the oncoming traffic, things like that. But we really need to expand our gaze to include these sidewalks that are right next to the roadways because they are a clear and present danger, right? And those are hazards. And if we run over a pedestrian, it's we're always in the wrong. Run over someone on a bike, we're always in the wrong. So we got to make sure that we're noticing those folks, getting over, giving them plenty of space, getting by them, getting around them, and going about our day. And it's interesting because I've just seen, especially with the advent of these lighter, you know, reasonably priced motorized options people have now. People might not want to pedal a bike, but they'll get on that motorized bike. They might not want to pedal a scooter, but they get on that motorized scooter. So, especially in my area, and I've just seen them all over in my travels, the proliferation of these things. And so, at some point, there's going to be enough conflict with vehicles and accidents and injuries. There's going to have to be some kind of legislation on motorized vehicles in the sidewalks because they're really not the sidewalks aren't made for that. And where I live, it's kind of a different deal where they do maintain the sidewalks really well, like roadways, and so they're very smooth. But there's a lot of places the sidewalks are broken up, cracked, tree roots coming through. And so if someone's not paying attention, they can hit that crack in the sidewalk or that tree root and be thrown from their scooter or thrown from their bike. Well, there's a chance they'll be thrown into the roadway. And if we're not paying attention, if we're not aware, if we don't give ourselves an opportunity for that to fail safely in that incident, it could turn into a very bad situation. So just something to raise awareness. I don't think we need to be in fear. However, our awareness needs to be up several degrees. And that's my message for today. Hope this finds you well. And until next time, take care.